Moment. Okay.
Hey, good morning, man. How is it going?
What's up, Gilbert? Good morning.
Oh, no,
How are
sir.
you doing, dude?
Good morning. I'm great, man. I'm very great. What about you?
Yes, I'm doing awesome. Very happy
That's
to be here.
that's great. So today we have a small interview. So I'm gonna ask some question, and I would like you answer.
All right. It's all right. Go
All
ahead.
right. So how old were you when you first learning to drive?
Well, when I first learned to drive, I was on my early 20s. I was around 23 years old, 22, 23 years old when I first learned how to drive.
Was there any difficult about learning to drive?
Well, actually not. I would say I can learn how to guide vehicles really fast. I have no difficulties in learning that, so I could learn it fast and well.
Oh, that's great, man. This is really good. Do you
Yeah,
have a car? Um,
yes, I got a car.
what color do you have?
I got a popular car.
Uh, so, so are you a good driver?
Yes, I would say I am a good driver. I
Oh,
would say
nice.
that.
Very
I
great.
never hit I've never hit anyone or anybody. So I would say I'm a
So,
good driver.
yeah, you are for sure, man. Can you drive a manual shift car or automatic car? What do you prefer?
Well, most of the cars in Brazil are manual shift cars, and
All right.
that's why I've never driven an automatic shift car. So I cannot tell which is my favorite, but I, I mean, I enjoy manual shift cars. I think they are cool. I like them.
Once a time, I drive it a car was automatic shift, so I prefer automatic shift car. For me,
Oh
it's
yeah,
better.
seriously. I
Yeah,
never had the chance to drive
yeah,
in an
it's
automatic
really
car.
nice. It's
Yeah,
really
it's
nice,
really nice.
man.
Okay, so when
Yeah.
I have that chance, it'll be better for me to tell which one is my favorite.
So, what are the adventures of owning a car, and and what are the disadvantages of owning a car?
Well, I would say there are some advantages about owning a car. The greatest advantage about it is mobility. So you can get faster to the place where you need to go. You don't need to be waiting for the bus and stuff. So I would say the greatest advantages is mobility.
And there, disadvantages of owning a car.
Disadvantages. Well, there are. I mean, the right word is not disadvantage. Disadvantages, though there are some. I mean, there are some responsibilities you take when you own a car, which is you have to pay for the gas and you need to pay for the
Yeah.
taxes related to owning a car. But they are not disadvantages. They are responsibilities you take once you have your own car. So anyway, you get lots of benefits from it. So I would say
All right.
these are some of the disadvantages.
All right. So, thank you. Um, have you ever been pulled over by the police?
Well, fortunately not. I've never been pulled over by them. Luckily not.
Uh, I was I was driving in the road, a motorcycle, and the police stopped me. So well, I
Oh,
was
really?
kind of nervous. It's
Oh,
always
really?
good, but it
Yeah.
was great, man. It was great. So,
Uh,
have you ever been in an accident car?
in a car accident.
Yeah, in a
Well,
car accident.
unfortunately, a couple of times, like as I said before, I've never hit anyone, though some guys already hit my car. So 2 or 3 times they have already hit me, though it wasn't a serious accident. I didn't have serious damages on my vehicle, but I've already
Okay,
been involved in some car accidents, but no serious injuries to the car and nor to the passengers or me.
I
Well,
got
I
it.
remember once I had a more serious damage on my car and I had to change the door because it was badly damaged. But luckily, I had no injuries or something like this.
Oh, that's great, man. Next question is: have you ever drive in a foreign country before?
No, I've never driven in a foreign country. I've only driven in Brazil, which is my home country.
Which is different driving here in Brazil and other country? Which different do you think?
Well, I've heard that in England, the I mean the wheel is on the right side of the car, so that is different from Brazil because here all the wheels are on the left side of the car. So while driving in England or perhaps other countries, you'd have to drive on the right side, and that would be quite different for us Brazilian people, you know?
So understand, man. Are the drivers in your area where you live good drivers? Do you think they're good?
Well, I would say they are average drivers. You know, I wouldn't say they are great drivers, since there are so many car accidents here in Brazil day on a daily basis. So I would say they are average drivers, and they have lots to improve.
So the next question is about: do you think women or men, with them they drive better in your opinion?
Well, maybe women. Maybe women drive better than women. Sorry, maybe women drive better than men because they are more attentive while driving. Okay. And men, I think there are many men who think they are very good at driving. And exactly for this reason, they end up committing a lot of mistakes. So I would say women, they are more focused while driving and more attentive. So that's why I believe more responsible also. That's why I believe women are better drivers than men.
So what kind of car do you prefer? Do you prefer, in your opinion?
I prefer the fast ones.
The fast
I enjoy I enjoy large and
Lamborghini,
fast cars.
Lamborghini,
In fast
Lamborghini.
cars.
Okay, nah,
Well,
I got
man, that would be awesome. Though I cannot afford a Lamborghini. That's why
it.
I need to get the cheaper ones. But I really enjoy fast driving. Something I really
uh,
enjoy.
I have another question. Do you think the cars are very expensive, in your opinion,
If they are
in Brazil?
expensive.
In
Yes, I
Brazil, to
believe
buy
especially
one.
Yes, I believe especially here in Brazil, cars are rather expensive here in Brazil, you know. I mean,
All
for
right.
example, if you if you're going to buy the same car in Argentina, it's going to be much cheaper than here in Brazil.
Okay.
So while buying a vehicle here in Brazil, you end up having to pay lots of taxes, which really raises the price of the car.
All right.
And I would say cars are extremely expensive here in Brazil.
All right. So, in your opinion, do you prefer driving or hitting public transportation or have your own car?
Well,
What is your opinion about
um,
that?
of course, I mean, I would say having my own car is much better than riding public transportation, and I prefer having my own car.
All right. So, do you prefer drive uh, at night or day? Like day,
Well, during
like
the
during
day,
the day.
okay, it's far better driving during the day because you can have a better view and though I mean um, though it can be nice driving at night as well on the road, for example, because there is silence, and I enjoy
Okay.
I enjoy driving both both conditions. I really
Okay.
enjoy driving, mainly on the highways. I really enjoy
Oh,
driving on the highways.
that's great, man. What is the penalty for driving for drunk driving in your country?
The penalty for drunk driving,
Yeah.
well, there is a serious. I mean, that's a serious thing a driver can commit is drunk driving. I believe if they drunk drive, they can end up losing their license, their driver's license. Also, they can be sent to jail.
Okay. So, do you know? Um, have you ever know anyone who has been in an accident, uh, like we talking about drunk driving? You know, they they went they were to jail. You know, something like that.
Yes, unfortunately, I know about someone. I had a friend who used to drink driving, and unfortunately, on a certain day, he got involved in a car accident, and he ended up dying in that car accident.
Really?
Yeah, really. That was some years ago.
No,
Sadly, that
I'm
sadly
sorry
happened.
for you for your loss.
Yeah,
I'm sorry for
yeah.
your loss. I don't know no one. Maybe I heard some friends stories, but I don't remember exactly one like you told.
All right.
Let me see. Let me see. Uh, is Jackie walking in Brazil? Let me see. Is jaywalking legal in your country?
Jaywalking. Well, it's
Yeah.
not legal. It's not legal. It's illegal here as well. Like you have to look both ways before crossing a road, and jaywalking is prohibited here too.
Okay. Do people often jaywalk in your country? It's
Well,
normal people to do that.
sometimes they do jaywalk. I can notice while I can see some cars in some situations, instead of stopping at the stop sign, they end up jaywalking. So it happens
Okay.
here occasionally.
So one more question. I have much more questions because it's nice. Who taught you to drive? Did you go to school to learn? Tell me.
Yes, I learned to drive at the driving school. So the instructors at the driving school taught me how to drive.
Okay. So how long time did it take you to learn to drive? About how long time?
Well, it was fast. After a month taking classes, I was able to drive. A month,
Okay.
all right? I would say a month. A month training, I was
Uh,
able to drive.
so have you ever broke down and been streeted on the side of the road?
Well, fortunately, not. I've never been broken down or stranded on the side of the road, though I have already seen some people there stranded and waiting for help. That has never happened to me, fortunately.
Okay, nice for you. Good for you.
All right.
How do American drivers compare to drivers in your country? As
Well,
you told about the side is different, but they have another laws. It's different than Brazil. We're talking about Brazil, you know. Can you
well,
talk about it?
I don't know much about American drivers, though I believe they commit the same mistakes drivers here in Brazil do, such as texting, drunk driving, and I mean, speed limit, disrespecting speed limits, and this kind of stuff. I believe they make similar mistakes as the drivers here in Brazil do.
So, do you think the age of driving should be raised, lowered?
All right, Gilbert. Okay,
It's okay.
so it's all right. I believe it's all right.
So, thank you very much for respond the questions, and I see you next time. You know.
Yeah, so I thank you. Thank you for talking. Okay, thank you
Thank you
very
very
much.
much. See ya.
Okay,
Bye.
okay, bye bye.
Bye bye.